What is going on, YouTube family? It's Ali, and today we have a video in the productivity niche. And I think the best way for me to start this video is to start it with a story. But before I do that, let me ask you guys a couple of questions. Are you guys interested in retaining all the information you learn without having to worry about missing important details? Are you guys interested in taking your capacity to learn to its highest extent? Are you guys interested in knowing how to learn better? If so, let's hop into it. Back when I was out and about in my junior year of college, I had a really hard time managing the school workload that I had. I would spend countless hours cramming for tests or writing essays, only to realize that I wasn't really retaining all the information that I needed for a test, or that I wasn't writing anything substantial for my essays. It felt really frustrating to know that I was putting in all of my efforts but not seeing the results of that. However, one fateful day, I was sitting in sociology class, and there my teacher claimed that there were better systems of understanding that could maximize our ability to learn. And at the time, I had absolutely no freaking idea what he was talking about. But little did I know that what he was saying was some of the best advice in knowing how to learn better. And I do believe that what he told me that day was really good insight into knowing how to learn any concept. So, what are these better systems of understanding? Well, one of them is whenever you have something that you have to learn, what would be more effective is trying to understand it rather than memorizing it, because memorization is ineffective. There have been so many studies to prove that. When you memorize something, you don't get a good understanding of the concept. You get a surface level understanding of it. By understanding, you are actually committing to learning the concept. Memorization is ineffective because it gives you a brief summary, while understanding the concept really gets you to the core of what you really need to know. By committing to understanding, you are increasing your capabilities of learning because of how much more information that you can retain. You can retain so much more information from simply understanding a topic rather than memorizing it. Another thing that you want to do, and you can do this pretty much anywhere, you can do this whether you're sitting in class or you're in a business meeting, and that is to ask questions. I know this is something that seems so obvious. All of our teachers told it to us back when we were in school, but there is a reason that they would tell us this. When you ask a question, it shows that you're actually engaged with what you are being told. It shows interest in your end, because you're probably asking a question about something that genuinely intrigues you. Moreover, by asking a question, you're more likely to retain further information about that specific topic, as well as apply what you learn in day-to-day activities. This all helps your ability to learn better because of how much more information you can learn, but also just about the fact that you can actually apply what you're being told in real life situations, which I think is pretty much the main idea of learning, to apply what you're being told in real life. No. Another thing to consider is spacing out your work over a period of days or weeks, depending on the size of the project. So instead of trying to learn everything the night before, what would be more efficient and probably smarter is to space out your work over a period, because by doing this, you can get a better understanding of all the small important details that make up these much larger concepts. That being said, this all increases your ability to learn because you are likely to retain more information from spending an hour or two learning about all these small important details that usually make up these much larger concepts. And if you do this, what you'll start noticing is that it'll add up. All these small concepts that you learn within a week creates a sort of snowball effect, which will turn into an all-encompassing understanding of your exam, which will have you feeling very confident about taking your test. But I think this is a very good spot to end the videos. Guys, I want to thank you all for watching this video. If you liked what I had to say, consider liking. It would really mean a lot to me. But if you guys are new here and you are interested in contents that are related to self-improvement and productivity, consider dropping a subscribe button. But I talk about a lot of things on this channel, from fashion to emotional wellness as well, and if all those things sound interesting to you, please give me a subscribe. It would really mean a lot to me if you did. Anyways, this is me signing off. I hope you have a good one. Peace.